Originally, I was gonna chat and then like play something, but I think we're just gonna chat and then call it. Because there's a lot of people on tonight. There's plenty of cool people for you guys to spend your New Year's Eve with. So we'll just have a little chitty chat about stuff and things going into 2026. Where's my reindeer? Should I put my reindeer? We could peek up over the Spirit City. There we go. Just so you know, add more clutter to the stream. Don't worry about it. I don't really have like a big preface for this. I just know that I've mentioned that, you know, potential changes, pivoting on the horizon, as it were. The first thing, obviously, we should talk about is streams. I'm actually going to be lowering the number of streams that I do each week. It's to facilitate other things. Because, I mean, I've been doing this for 3 years, and I've barely made a divot in any of the stream plans I ever had. A lot of that is because I don't make enough money. But some of that is simply just me wanting to do a million things and not really having the time to give to each one. So we end up, like, doing a lot of stuff, but I feel a lot less fulfilled with it. So it's not gonna necessarily happen overnight. I might still do like a week or two where we do like 4 to 5, and then I'm gonna be taking like a week off in the middle of January. Just take a week off, and then after that it'll likely start. We'll probably be phasing into the 2 to 3 times a week schedule. Right now I'm looking at Wednesday, Thursday as being the 2 days. You know, kind of like middle of the week, not as many people are on, as far as like streaming goes. But it's also, you know, not necessarily your Monday where you might like want to go do something else to decompress away from the internet, which is understandable. But obviously Sunday, Monday is another good time. So that's just the weekend. Like the chances are it'll be like Wednesday, Thursday, and then like a weekend day of some description. Maybe Monday. We'll see how it goes. Just kind of depends on. I'm kind of gonna have Wednesday, Thursday be like Wednesday can be the whatever day for horror. It can be, you know, indie shorter stuff, and then Thursday will be the longer ongoing game that will take a couple sittings to get through. So like we're gonna start X-Files tomorrow, which supposedly, as long as you keep your play surgeon updated, doesn't have any bugs, so thumbs up. Cross fingers. Keeping the focus on the indie, on retro, and AAA because everyone and their dog is playing it when it comes out. Partially because, yay, it's out, and partially because you're desperately trying to get through it before you have everything about it spoiled for you. Just accidentally. It doesn't even have to be like purposeful spoilers. It could be like accidental spoilers. Which stinks when you're trying to get through it on stream because it's like, oh, I'm not really the kind of streamer that like devotes a week to getting through a game like that. It's like, no, it's like a once a week affair, right? So, I might just continue. Also, a lot of these AAAs, like starting with Resident Evil 9, a lot of these AAAs are going to make demands on my PC rig that probably it can't handle. Even if it theoretically should be able to. Number one is that they like won't support my operating system. So they claim that they will not support my operating system and that I may have trouble if I'm running on my operating system. So a lot of those kinds of games, they're few and far between for me. Obviously Resident Evil 9 is going to be one of them. But I'm probably going to be buying them on my console instead going forward. Silent Hill F runs, but anyone who watched that Let's Play, you know that there were moments where it was kind of coming to pieces here and there. Like, it would be totally fine and it would suddenly fall to pieces, and I'd have to, like, exit out, sit on the menu for, like, a minute, and then go back in, and it would be fine. So I'm take that as my sign that at least for the AAAs going forward, I'm gonna need to just go with console, which is fine. I do have it, but that brings up the issue of being able to record off of one, because my rig likes my older Elgato, but OBS doesn't, and I've talked about that before. So I'm gonna give it one more go, one more round of troubleshooting this winter. We'll just say in general. I don't know exactly when I'm gonna do it, but before Resident Evil 9 comes out, I'm gonna give it one more round of troubleshooting before I decide whether or not I'm going to spend holiday money on a new one, because I'd rather not. But yeah, I have a PS5. I do, from the days when I had a salaried job. So, and I won one of the drawings, the lottery, when I was living overseas to get one. So, it's not like I don't have an option, you know. But I also think, I mean, this is a whole can of worms. But the short version is, with the current state of the game industry in general, but especially with the constant push towards Gen AI and all of that, I think there's going to be a lot of games I'm going to be passing on in the next couple of years that I would have otherwise been excited about, but I'm not going to platform. For anyone who doesn't know, Outlast Trials, I will no longer be playing that on stream. I have not yet come to a personal decision on whether or not I'm 100% against playing it with friends. Right now, I kind of feel like, yeah, I don't wanna, because it feels gross. But yeah, I mean, who knows, maybe in the future they'll change their stance, but they're one of the new companies on the shit list. They're using it, so I won't be platforming that game anymore. But yeah, we'll see how I'll have to play it by ear, but like I might prefer doing AAA on my own time, so I can just like play it for a couple hours each day, just like have a light stream week, play it a couple hours each day, get through it before I have everything spoiled for me, and then then the episodes will come out, you know, gradually over on the YouTube channel. Hey, what a segue. I didn't actually plan that, but woo! VODs will keep going up on there. I'm going to try to finish Little Goody Two Shoes and Withering Rooms, which were like side things I was doing, so that there was still horror going up on the YouTube while I was doing All Souls season and, you know, doing lots of FromSoft. And then Silent Hill F came out, and I just kind of had to put them on the back burner. And then I brought them forward again, but then it was just me needing to do extra stuff off stream because Elden Ring is so big. So I needed to spend time that I would have normally used, you know, recording for Little Goody Two Shoes or Withering Rooms, using that to do extra Elden Ring time to make sure that we finished in time. So Withering Rooms, because it's like a roguelike kind of thing, I'm probably gonna be kind of coming and going from it. Like you'll get a couple episodes and then you might not see any for a while. Withering Realms is supposed to come out later in 2026, so I'd kind of like to finish it before that happens, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm enjoying myself. I enjoy my time with it, but I kind of like taking it in, you know, a couple hour bursts and then giving it a rest for a while because of sometimes I'm not a roguelike kind of person. This is kind of an exception for me. I have very few exceptions most of the time with those kinds of games. And most of the ones that I make exceptions for, usually they're doing something different with it, like Night Rain, like Withering Rooms, like there's something about it that's a little different from the usual formula, so just a personal thing. And like I said, I might only put AAA horror only on the YouTube as like unique playthroughs that you can only find over there, just because I want to be able to binge before I get everything spoiled for me. I have somehow, despite the fact I didn't have time to binge all of the endings of Silent Hill F, I have managed to stay spoiler-free on those for the most part. I have a feeling I know places it's going to go, but I could be wrong. So we'll see. I still have to sit down with it and play it some more. So yeah, that's what the channel's mainly going to be. It's mostly going to be VODs, and then occasionally there'll be some thing on the side that I do. Now, I know people, like, side-eye me sometimes, and they, like, nudge me, and they're like, but model! I have no money. I've been doing this for nearly 3 years, and I am as grateful as I am to have my regular audience and my community and everything. I am only doing marginally better financially, very marginally better financially than I was when I first started. That's just the nature of the beast. That's nobody's fault. I don't want anybody to feel guilted. We're all, like, lots of people, people were so generous with money and time during All Souls season. I don't want that to be the vibe I'm trying to give off. I'm just trying to put into perspective that it's like, yeah, I don't want just, like, I either want the full package, or I want to maybe just not worry about it and just not fuss about it. There's the maybe I'll pick up one of those little customizable ones sometimes just to play with, but also because of my general life situation, it's kind of hit or miss on whether or not my setup plays nicely with Live 2D, or I presume something like Vroid, Vinyan, VC, whatever, any of those, because, you know, I've got my ring light and I have a little cam, but because I'm not at a desk and I don't necessarily have the ability to put the camera at a very specific angle, like, my spots are very limited. And sometimes that just means that the calibration on the model is gonna be a little funny. It's gonna be a little funny. Marl was very funny the way that it would, like, especially when things attached to my head. So it's just one of those things where it's like, even if I had the money, I might not be able to utilize, you know, something like that to its full potential. And so I've just kind of had to accept that I'm still kind of paddling in place life-wise, so that's just how it's gonna be. And I thought about talking to Mellifera about updating my GiftTuber at some point, but again, money. Do I really want to put money into that when I have a GiftTuber that people already enjoy and are very complimentary and I like for the most part? I think I'd like, if I refresh it, I would probably get rid of the hat. I love my beanie, but I don't know, people think really weird things about me just because of a beanie. So I'm thinking we might drop it altogether. We'll see how that goes in the future. Because that would also involve me talking about paying Donna to make the design, you know, to alter the design on my character sheet and all that. I would need to be able to not just pay Mellifera to update the GiftTuber, but also pay Donna to update the reference. So that's a thing. However, okay, I've been rambling for what, 20 minutes? Was there anything else I wanted to talk about with streams and the channel and stuff? I did. So another thing I thought about doing for streams is if it's a light week on the streams, but like maybe there's like a I'm taking off, you know, I'm not working during that day. During the day, you know, I'm not doing any editing or anything. Maybe I would, you know, I played with the idea of doing something like quiet ring, you know, like my off-stream recording with Elden, where it's like I just run around and do stuff and there's no microphone and it's kind of probably comes across kind of ASMR, but like It's just a game. It's just, let's just hang out, put it on in the background kind of thing. But I don't know, that can be a very specific kind of content for some people, and I don't know if that's something that I should be dipping into, because I'm already pivoting a little bit. The 2 to 3 times a week is partially for my own health and taking care of me and yada yada, but also I am planning on starting a second channel. Yeah, this is like speaking of things going down the tubes, YouTube is definitely one of them. It's not doing well for people who are already making careers out of it. It's already a problem. This is a great time to start a second channel. I know, it's fantastic. I always pick the best times to make pivots and to change things up, but yeah, I want to be able to give more actual entertainment when I'm streaming, instead of just being like tired and just kind of going through the motions and not feeling like I'm upholding my end of the bargain as the entertainer, you know? The Chibi Robo speedrunning channel. Cole's gonna keep pushing this until it becomes real. I've never touched Chibi Robo in my life. But this, since I started YouTube over a decade ago, this was something I always wanted to do, and I never have ever made time for, because it was hard enough getting any eyes on compilations. My channel started as a funny compilations only channel. I uploaded once a week, and then it became more Let's Plays and things, because when I started, the market was a little saturated, but not as oversaturated as it is now, and I just never found my audience back then. I just didn't. I never found it, and which is why, you know, I've been doing this for over 10 years, and I just recently hit 500 subs. Like, usually people, if you have any semblance of entertainment factor, charisma, intelligence, whatever it is that you're bringing to the table, any combination, usually people just say subs. They do things. They pass you around and stuff, and I have never had that. It was like pulling teeth to get friends and loved ones to look at the channel. So, you know, except when Dandelion was involved. Dandelion's a more extensive friend circle was always willing to give us some love, so that was very nice. But there's these ideas that's going around in my head. I'm sorry, this introing into this is longer than I meant to be, but when I was playing Silent Hill off in particular, I really felt this ping of I'm not nearly fulfilled enough just, you know, doing XYZ. I need scripted content. And then, because I was like getting these ideas for things that I could talk about, right? And to go along with all the ideas I already had. And then at near the end of October, I did something a little different, where I didn't do Next Fest demos on the stream. I did a bunch of mini reviews in one big compilation on the YouTube, and just kind of played the stuff on my own time, made time to like get through them, which also meant I didn't necessarily feel pressured to play the whole thing if I wasn't feeling it, or if I was feeling it and I didn't want things spoiled for me, if I was like, no, I just want to play the full thing, bring it on. That video did sort of literally 100 times better than any video I have ever done on the channel that wasn't related to living in Japan. So that I took that as kind of a nudge as well, that like, hey, this is something that actually people like might kind of be into. Just, yeah, it's still long form in the sense that it's still at least 20 minutes, 30 minutes, but you're giving them bits of information. Here's the yay, here's the nay, here's the, what have you, just because you too may not have gotten through all of the demos, or maybe you are looking for ones to play that didn't get taken down, because unfortunately for whatever reason, a lot of Next Fest demos will just like disappear after the Next Fest. So like I have lots of little ideas for stuff. I've talked with a few friends about specific topics. I don't know if I want to reveal them right now, but they do have to do with horror games, Rule of Rose, Kuon, Silent Hill. But I'm not looking to rehash things that people have already talked about. I'm more interested in things like the historical context for why an orphanage in Rule of Rose during this particular time period. What is the significance of that? It is actually significant regardless of like whether or not I have like an interview to confirm what the devs were thinking. Let me just regurgitate some historical information at you as to why this is a significant choice. Let me just regurgitate at you as to why this game is like Dadaism incarnate. But first I must educate you on what Dadaism is, probably. But yeah, I don't know what the name's gonna be. If I'm just gonna like have it be like have it be another version of marleygrey, if I'm gonna have it be like Memento Marley, or if I'm gonna have it be something somewhere in between, but still obviously me. I don't know. Goo Goo Gaism? No, Goo Goo Gaism is arguably a great way to refer to Gen AI tech bros who can't do the most basic of tasks or critical thinking for themselves. The baby, I can't do it. Oh no. Well, that's too bad, because you ain't actually a baby. Punts them out the window. But yeah, so things like the demo mini review compilations, I'll probably do those over on the other channel as like a thing to be able to do every so often. It doesn't necessarily have to just be at Next Fest. Like if I collect some other demos, like I might do it. That, which also allows it so that I don't necessarily have to do them on stream, because we still have plenty. I mean, I was making a fresh list of all of the games in my Steam library that I was like, here are the things that here's the long list of everything I'd be willing to play. Okay, now here's the short list. Okay, now here's the things that I want to play sooner than later. Like, it's a lot. There's a lot. Like, we have plenty to pull from. I don't know if I finished my thought earlier about whatever the third day in the week is will be a true whatever day, like Wednesday, Thursday. If I end up going Wednesday, Thursday, I think I will. Would definitely be horror. But then if I did something on like Saturday or Sunday, it could be a Merc Angels thing. We might be playing something together, or I might be playing something with some other friends, or I might just go, hey guys, we're gonna play Styx. I feel like being a stealth goblin today, quite literally. I don't know. It could just be something totally different. But yeah, I think that's the general gist I wanted to get out there, because like I don't know that I expect anything from the Saghead channel at all. It's just that writing the script, because I wrote a script for the mini reviews. I did actually write a script. I took notes while I played the games, and I wrote a script. And it was so nice to write a script again. Like, not in the sense of like a film script, although I do miss doing that, but like just, yeah, actually taking a moment to arrange my thoughts and having something to read off of. So I didn't necessarily have to remember every little thing that I wanted to cover. Here are my notes. I can now, you know, reform them into understandable words. I'm going goblin mode. I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll make a weird little chibi. Pay somebody to make me a chibi, and I'll be a little chibi instead of this for a while. I don't know. I'm certainly not like going into like to be clear, I'm not going into like face cam stuff. I feel like a lot of gaming, like whether they do shorter long form content or if they do like really long essays, a lot of them do actually like they have like a little set, they show their face, they've got a special mic that's just for walking around. I'm not gonna be doing that's no. No, that's not the plan. If anything, I might be willing to take a little of my holiday money and commission somebody to do like just some facial reactions so that I can kind of have like a little thing that pops up where I have different expressiones for different situations, instead of, you know, so I'm not just here quizzical or surprised. You know, those are my kind of my options or my bit size, you know. So we'll see. This is all just like me going, okay, I need to do something, because I was, after All Souls, I was so burnt. I really, really wanted to get back to horror, and it felt good to play routine and get back to horror. It really did. But man, did it feel better doing the week where I was like, I only like streamed like 2 or 3 times, and I was like, yeah, I think this is probably a good thing for mentals, but also physically, because hopefully I'll be able to do a visit with my endo soon, so I can get my prescripts refilled for my thyroid. But besides that, I've got other stuff going on. So now that I know that I've been medicated for long enough about the thing that I thought was causing all my problems, and I still have some of these problems, it's like, okay, something else is going on that I will need to address. So, you know, routine's good, and I'm excited. It's longer than I thought. It is a bit longer than I thought it was. So I am excited to continue. It seems like one that it'll take me maybe 3 sittings for my speed of stealth, because I like to, y'all see me, I'll sit there under the table and learn a pattern, or just figure out like, okay, let me vibes, I'm feeling the vibes, it's safe now, go now. It might take me a little less time to get through the next 2 chapters, but I don't know what new things they might introduce, so we'll see. I'm curious. Made it through 2 out of 6, if you're curious. There are 6 chapters, and we are on chapter 3, so but yeah, so this week, so we're gonna do X-Files tomorrow. We're gonna start X-Files tomorrow. That was the winner of the poll from our Donathon milestone reward. You guys it was one of the surprise milestones where you guys got to vote for our next retro thing. I didn't make a section for this on my little sheet here when I was scribbling a few weeks ago my thoughts. I've always said that if I did tiered long-term support, you know, whether it's on Ko-Fi or Patreon or whatever, that I would want to have something for people. That would be, yeah, I don't know, for like the first time that they join, but I might just have to like throw that worry and that fear out the window and just cross that bridge later. We'll see, because I am going to start putting, even if I don't do tiers yet, I am going to start at least on Ko-Fi putting like a monthly goal, regardless of whether or not we hit it, just a monthly goal of this will cover my bills for the month, and just kind of play it by ear from there, with things like, you know, everyone who supported during All Souls season, names remain on the outros for anything VOD related until the end of January 2026. So from there, I may start a thing where it's like, okay, starting in February, it'll be like the following month or after 2 weeks or something. I don't know. I'll have to set a thing. Where if I'm going to do this second channel, then people will receive their shoutouts on that channel. As far as output goes, I don't want to make it too wild. I want to make sure that I have time to do research, make it the best that I can. So, and since I am going to have to do a lot of things myself, I'm gonna need, you know, plenty of time to edit and all that. I'm gonna start with like, let's see if I'm able to get one out in a month. You know, is that feasible? Do I feel good about that? Because it could also be something where it's like I put out one essay-ish thing a month, but then maybe I also put up at least one other shorter thing, like where I just ramble about something, like why Rule of Rose is essentially Dadaism incarnate. I could ramble about that for like 5 to 10 minutes. So, and not necessarily make it a whole essay, just like, hey, I just want to talk about this. I think it's neat. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah. I feel like, yeah, I feel like I need to give the scripting thing a try, because despite doing this for 3 years, the brain is, the brain troubles are strong. And some of that is my health, and some of that is, yeah, just me being a brain weirdo, just being not neurotypical. So I thought that, you know, surely after 3 years I would have better mechanisms for keeping my trains of thoughts going, dealing with certain things in chat, and I just don't. I think they've deteriorated, actually, especially this year. I think they've gotten worse. So I just want to do the best I can, be the best I can be, because this is my only job. I have had 0 luck in the day job market, and literally the most positive response I've had to a resume was like 2 months later getting a, sorry, we filled that position like ages ago. I'm like, why are you telling me this 2 months after I sent it in within the window of time that you would give preference to, and then you tell me 2 months later, oh yeah, sorry, we filled it a while back. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? What is wrong with you people? Anyway, that's we're all going through it. We're all going through it. A lot of us are. Because I like to say all, because even if you do have a gig, it might not be the gig that you love, or it might be a gig that you don't mind, but it, you know, you've got your own other issues and stresses, so we're all going through it. But yeah, as for this coming week, I'm not 100% sure what we're going to do this weekend. We'll do something. If I don't end up doing a collab with friendos, then we'll maybe do routine on Sunday, and then don't know about Monday, Wednesday yet, but Thursday will be X-Files. I'm only doing Dana Scully I'm not gonna go through with both characters. Like, they do each get some unique dialogues and interactions and things, but I'm just... That will double the amount of time it will take for us to get through a game that is, you know, old school survival horror with poor controls and static camera angles that prevent you from seeing the enemy. Stuff like that. So, we'll stick to just Dana. I'll just stick to Dana because I like Dana. Is there anything else that I wanted to ramble about? Let's see. January is going to be pretty... It's funny. January... Hang on. I've got, like... I write down game releases in my little planner. Like, ones I know I'm going to be extra on. So... Yeah, January doesn't really have anything happening that I would do on stream or YouTube. Like, the Animal Crossing update's coming up. That's fun for me on my own time. Woolhaven is coming out for Cult of the Lamb, but again, that's something that's like... I want it for my off-stream cult that is way more buffed up and further along than the one we did on stream. So I just don't see myself delving into Cult of the Lamb right now on stream. It would just, no. I have other things. I got other things I want to do. So those, like, the stuff coming out in January is like, oh, that's just for me on my time if I decide to grab it. I don't know if I'm going to grab Woolhaven right away. I might wait. And the Animal Crossing thing's free, obviously. It's a 3.0 upgrade. It's exciting. But February's got some stuff. Scarlet Hollow Chapter 5 is gonna drop. I haven't talked to Violetta yet about if we're gonna try to do Chapter 5 right away, or if we're gonna or if just scheduling wise, like if we're gonna try to do it right away or not. Because if we are, I need to replay so I can remind myself everything that happens in that game. It's been a while. Reanimal comes out on the same day. Another game that I'm like, ooh, I really want to play it. Don't know if I'm gonna grab it on the day it comes out though. Because Resident Evil 9 drops 2 weeks later, so making that work financially. And then let's see, March, at the moment, because there's a bunch of stuff that just says Q1 2026, I don't know yet when to expect it.
The Dynasty Warriors 3 remaster's coming out in March, though. March 19th. I'm just crossing my fingers that I'm not gonna hear suddenly, and we use generative AI to complete our remaster. And I'm gonna be like, fuck, never mind. I'm no longer excited. So, cross fingers. It really is just a really pretty, remakey, remastery good time by hand. And then, yeah, I think most of the other games that I've been following are all just quarter integer number here 2026 with a big question mark. Yeah. As far as charity stuff goes, the week I'm planning on taking off in January is my streamiversary. I'm literally taking a vacation for my streamiversary. That's what I'm gonna do. That's my 2026. I'm gonna think of me, and I'm gonna take a vacation. And by vacation, I mean I'll be house sitting for a couple days, so I'll have the house to myself. And usually when I do that, I do extra streams and stuff. And this time, instead, I'm gonna do fucking nothing. I'm gonna play games and watch Murder, She Wrote, and yeah. Spend all my time with horror games and Angela Lansbury or something. I don't know. But my affiliate anniversary is just a couple weeks after that, at the first week of February. So I was thinking for my affiliate anniversary, I would do a charity. That would be our next charity thing, because I miss doing charity events. If I'm gonna really throw myself into an event,
I feel better when it's to benefit other people or other creatures. So I haven't decided the charity just yet because I'm torn between causes at the moment. But we will. That's probably going to be our next charity. Stream weekend will be like the 7th and 8th of February, most likely. And then it'll just be a matter of kind of playing the rest of the year by year. I don't think I'm going to volunteer for SummerSlam, but I might volunteer for the Gamers Outreach. They do one in October for Halloween. They do a Halloween charity event, so I might volunteer for that instead because I've done special things for October so many times now every year, and boy howdy do I get burnt. So if I'm doing something for charity, be a little different. If I'm really pushing it, it'll be for a good cause. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I might change my mind and do SummerSlam instead, but I'm still in their Discord, so I still get their updates about, hey, if you want to be involved, let us know. I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll do some co-working streams with Spirit City or something. Like if I'm doing a bunch of research and I'm just, but I'm in like the super putzing, like just trying to gather things to watch, etc. Who knows? We'll see how it go. There is a part of me that wants to do a series, and I don't know, this has nothing to do with gaming, but maybe I can make it work on the second channel because it'd have to do with horror and gothic stuff. I would love to read gothic horror novels of varying qualities. Many of them are they're okay. They're fun, but review them as an NB ace and how they make me feel as a femme NB ace. I don't know if that's something that anyone would be interested in, but boy would I have fun doing it. I love gothic horror, but boy howdy do I want to punch the character I'm literally reading their POV of sometimes. Gosh, anything else? I noted on Discord some demos of games that I will not be platforming or covering when they drop, simply because, yeah. Oh boy, Gen AI strikes again. I am in the current right now. I'm very no mercy. Like, if a game comes out that was worked on previously and they have now since removed the stuff, etc., etc., I'm gonna keep an eye on you, make sure you don't do it again. But like obviously Sandfall's a great example with Expedition 33. Another good example is, I don't know if one of the games that I still need to pick it up sometime. It's called The Root Trees Are Dead. It's supposed to be really, really great little mystery horror kind of game. And when the game originally launched, I don't even know if it was when it launched on Steam. It might have just been on itch. Yeah, there were a lot of AI assets and things because it was a solo dev, and a lot of solo devs were experimenting with trying to use AI for it, but they recognized, after the fact that they were like, oh boy, actually this is not good. I don't like that my game is basically the result of a plagiarism machine, and not good. So the version, as I understand it, the version on Steam is completely AI asset free. They paid an artist to recreate things that they needed for the game. I don't know how to describe it. It's like I don't know if it's deduction at all, but it is like a mystery horror-ish, like a whole, like this very prominent family in a town they're all found dead. And I don't quite recall what the narrative is intended to be for you, the player, but you are sussing out the story and like what happened and who they were and why it matters and all that. So it seemed really interesting. It came highly recommended by some folks. So I have so many, y'all. I have so many. Let me tell you. You guys tell me, because I've been rambling for like an hour. Show and tell time. Tell me what games, if you have opted to buy any new games with holiday money that you may have come into due to it being the holidays. Yes, Marley. Yes, that's how that works. Please tell me what you have. Tell me what you've been playing or plan to play, because I got a few things. Because I was like, okay, now's the time. Now's the time to spend a little money. I finally own Crow Country. We'll probably play that in 2026. Finally. I don't usually do very well with that style of game, but I really enjoyed the demo of the game. This sort of almost isometric way of pointing your gun and stuff. I'm not so great at that, but I did okay in the demo, so I think I can deal. What else do I have on my short list? What else did I buy? There was something else. Bought Crow Country and I bought... Okay, let me turn this off for a second so I can check my Steam here. What else did I nab? I've been rambling. I bought Whisper of the House, which is not horror at all. It's like cozy, but it has a lot of personality and it does things a little differently. And there are some weird secrets to find in the town. So, I just realized I don't think I logged into Uma Musume today. I better do that. I nabbed Saint Maker, which is like a visual novel game, which we might play on stream. And Mists of Aden, which is a game that I forgot existed. But it is a horror first-person exploration, explore the scary house game. But it has pretty good reviews. I was always unsure if when that game dropped if it would do well or not. But back when it initially dropped. I did get this was actually a few weeks ago. I got a good deal on the System Shock remake. So we might look at that. We love a System Shock. So it's also on the short list of things we may play this year.
But yeah, you guys yell at me. Tell me your things.
Crab just shrugged. Crab's like, yo, I'm swimming in keys. Don't worry. I don't know. I don't know where to start. I'm just teasing, obviously, but... Oh, no you don't. No ad breaks. No ad breaks. No. No thank you. We're not doing an ad break. We'll wrap up if that's the case.
Snoozy.
Oh, we just came back to the first track of this album. Perfect. Perfect. But yeah, I what's the TLDR version?
Thank you all for your generous support during All Souls season. Time for me to start supporting myself
health-wise. And also making sure that... Because, like, I had a good time trying to get through all those games with the challenges and stuff. But by the end, it was like, okay, I feel like I just ran a marathon for 3 months. It's time to reassess. And I was already doing that during the event. It was also a good event for me to kind of figure out, you know, what would make me most happy. And you never know. Like I'm keeping all of those characters, so I'm not planning to purposefully delete them. So you know, you never know, they could come back in the future if we decide to putz around with something. But yeah, if I can get my consoles to actually hook up to this rig, y'all, the stuff that we like, I have such sights to show you. No, I mean, at the very least, we can play Bloodborne. If we felt like it. Or Demon Souls Remake. I still have never played the Demon Souls Remake. I've had it on my system for years. Marleygrey lives on. Marleygrey will continue. And honestly, that name will probably just stick with me for a while.